Today, we're going to talk about animal calls and animal sounds. So let's start out by introducing you to an animal that has 6 legs. It's an insect, and this insect comes from the island of Madagascar, just off the coast of Africa, and it's a hissing cockroach. So a Madagascar hissing cockroach. All right, here's Harry right here. And you can tell he's a boy because I don't know if you can see those 2 horns on the top of his head, but the females don't have horns like that. So that way I can tell that this is Harry, my male hissing cockroach. Now, something you notice right away is the size. They're very large, all right? They're large bugs. They're known as the tanks of the insect world. You also notice these things that are moving around on his head. Those are called antennae, and they're for actually feeling around and communicating with other hissing cockroaches. All right, you'll also notice these little black dots along their abdomen. By the way, insects have 3 body parts. They have a head, a thorax, and an abdomen. So along Harry's abdomen, you can see these little black dots. Those are called spiracles. That's how an insect will actually breathe, is through the spiracles. Now, when hissing cockroaches get scared, they use a defense mechanism, and it's in their name. They actually hiss. And they do that by rapidly pushing air through those spiracles to make a cool hissing sound. All right, one other thing is that they have their skeletons on the outside of their body. It's known as an exoskeleton. All right, let me get him coming back around here so you guys can see him. All right, so that's called an exoskeleton. It's on the outside of their body. And then you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 legs. Now, unlike the cockroaches that you find here in Alabama, they do not have wings, so they cannot fly. But they do have teeny tiny hooks on each of their 6 legs that allow them to walk straight up walls. All right, so I actually have some other friends here with Harry, some more hissing cockroaches, and I'm going to see if I can get one of them to make that hissing sound we were talking about. Look who I have with me. It's a chicken. Oh, we're gonna let her get comfortable. There we go. Okay, so we all know that chickens lay eggs, right? But did you also know they're descended from dinosaurs? I'm not kidding. And they can lay different colors of eggs. Isn't that amazing? Did you know you can hypnotize a chicken? You certainly can. And we're going to talk about how to do that in just a little bit. Hey, did you know chickens have wings? All right, so let's learn some more chicken fun facts, and we're going to make a cool activity. It's called a chicken caller. Do you hear the sounds they're making? We're going to use sound to make the same sounds that chickens make. We're going to have fun. Chickens come in all different shapes, sizes, and colors. Hey, Charlotte. Believe it or not, you can hypnotize or put into a trance some chickens. All you have to do is hold the chicken's head down against the ground and draw a straight line using a stick, your finger, a marker, whatever. The line should start at the beak and extend straight outward in front of the chicken. If done properly, the chicken or rooster will be put into a state of trance. This is actually a fear response from being restrained. Therefore, no chickens were harmed or hypnotized during the filming of this video. Time to make our chicken caller. Now, chickens have a very distinct call. It's clucking, right? So we can actually take some really easy to find items and create or mimic the sound of a chicken calling. So for this, I'm going to use a plastic cup. Don't worry if yours is not clear, any plastic cup will do. and a paper clip. All right, a piece of yarn. Make sure your yarn is longer than the length of your cup. Okay, a nail, and then I have just a little cup of water here. All right, the first thing to create your chicken collar is you need to put a hole in the center of the bottom of the cup. And I'm going to use the nail to do that. So you might need some grown-up help for this. So I'm just twisting it to get it started, to get it going. You're going to need what's called elbow grease to get this in there. We're almost all the way through. All right, there we go. All right, now I have a hole in the bottom of my cup. The next thing, and this is a little challenging too, so you could need some grown-up help. I'm just going to tie one end of my piece of yarn around my paper clip. All right. And you want to get it fairly tight. All right, now you're going to take your yarn and put it, the end that you did not put the paper clip, you're going to put that through the hole. I tend to use the nail for this part. It sort of helps it through. So I'm just getting enough of the end through my hole. There we go. And then I'm going to pull the rest through. Just like that. And you'll notice the job of the paper clip is to hold your piece of yarn in place. So we're going to use a type of sound called stick and slide to make our chicken collar sound. This is where your little cup of water comes into play. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my index finger and my thumb, just kind of get those a little wet in there. It helps with the stick and slide process. And then I'm going to squeeze, not too tight, my yarn and pull my hands, my fingers, down the length of the yarn. This will create that stick and slide. Check it out. Let's try it again. Doesn't that sound like a chicken? So what's happening here is you're actually amplifying the sound of your fingers sticking and sliding down the length of the yarn. Those sound waves or vibrations bounce off the inside of the cup, making it louder, making it sound a lot like a chicken calling for some other chickens. Let's try again. All right, let's all do it together now. 1, 2, 3. This is Pepper. He is a Tennessee walking horse. Horses can gallop at around 27 miles per hour and have around 205 bones in their skeleton. Horses have bigger eyes than any other mammal that lives on land. Because horses' eyes are on the side of their head, they are capable of seeing nearly 360 degrees at one time.